Yeah, the game down on Saturday at Ole Miss, we came up a little bit short. I thought that, I really liked the way our guys competed. I thought we came out, we played hard. They were, I thought played pretty physical for the most part throughout the game, but just made a few too many mistakes that cost us. The four takeaways or the four turnovers were something that really. Just hurt us throughout, and help provide them with good field position and some missed opportunities on our end, and then a few too many mistakes. They were able to run the ball and hit a couple explosive plays and just things that we've got to continue to work on and develop on our end. But I did like the way our guys competed, and even though the game didn't end up the way that we set out for it to. It's definitely a learning experience, and now we got to turn around, and we got our conference opener against Temple this week here at home, but against a fantastic opponent and somebody that I've got the utmost respect for Coach Rule and the job that they've done there and continue to do, and so we know we have a tremendous challenge, a short turnaround, and our guys got to continue to improve and get ready to play.
We'll take questions for Coach Mike Norvell. Please star one on your telephone keypad to join the queue. The operator will introduce you.
Our first question comes from Mark Narducci with Philadelphia Inquirer.
Coach, Temple showed more Wildcat last game than they have before. As a coach preparing for them, how much extra do you have to look out for that and account for that?
I think it's something that's obviously is unique to the game today, depending on team, utilizing a Wildcat quarterback is something that presents its own challenges. And so, when a team does that, we've got to be able to have a plan in place for how we want to try to defend it without trying to do something that's so far outside of our system and schemes that our players can execute. So, I've got a lot of respect for the job that Temple does and what they do offensively, their variation and very multiple in the personnel groupings and how they utilize their playmakers. So we know we definitely have a challenge in front of us, and we've got to be able to be prepared to not only defend the Wildcat but a variety of different offensive formations and personnel.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And next we have Dan Tortora with WakeUpCallDT.com.
Good afternoon, Coach. How are you?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. To take a look, I know you said you have a lot of respect for Matt Rule on the other side. Just what you can say about him as a coach and what you've seen from this team on film going into the matchup.
I've got as much respect for Coach Rule as probably any coach in the country, not just in our conference, but when you look at a team, I think this Temple football team it works so well together and what they do offensively ties to defense, ties to special teams, and you can tell that he's an extremely well coached unit. Very precise in details and fundamentals. The guys play extremely hard. He's recruited at a high level and the development of the players that they have, and I think you see that with some of the guys progressing and that have finished their careers and that are now playing in the NFL, and a number of the guys that are on their team now that have an opportunity that will have an opportunity to play at the next level, and so. It's a matchup where we've got a tremendous respect for our opponent and for not only just the coaching staff but the players that we're going to face, and we know it's going to be a great challenge, and but we're excited about the opportunity to compete in it.
You spoke about the Ole Miss game a little bit a few minutes ago. Just what you can take away as positives from that loss. I mean, despite the fact that you allowed 48, you put up 28 points. Just what you saw from your offense as well as your defense in this game that you can take away and kind of build upon.
I like the way our guys competed. We got off to kind of a slow start. We turned the ball over. We had an interception. We gave them an interception return for a touchdown, which would put us down 14. But I really like the response to the adversity, and our offense was able to move the ball down the field. We were there in the second half. We made it a 6-point game. It had a 99 yard touchdown drive. Or defensively, had a couple of key stops there early to be able to get us in that position, but we just didn't finish it, and so we're going to look and evaluate at every game that we play, and I know that you've got to you have to learn from some of the lessons that you see throughout them. But I'd much rather learn lessons from victory. So we know that. We know that we've got to improve. We know we've got to come back and have a great week of preparation, and because we're playing a championship caliber opponent, and one that's not only a special talent this year, but one that has been doing it for the last few years and playing at a high level.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And next we have Sean Pastor with Alex Daily. Please go ahead.
Hi, Coach. So I tell you, I'm just looking at a couple stats and some kind of unique numbers jump off that page I wanted to ask you about. You guys have punted the ball 20 times, and you've only have one that's been returned. I don't know if you guys are rugby punting or hang time, or is that just an aberration in the way kind of things have happened?
Yeah, I mean we've done actually a variety of things. We have a two-punter system, and we really like we try to play to the strengths of our personnel. And you got Spencer Smith, who is I guess if you say our more regular every down punter, has done a really nice job of being able to get a lot of hang time and flip and field position. And then Nick Jacobs has been utilized in a couple other situations, pinning an opponent deep in their own territory. And so we feel like we've got a couple guys that definitely have a unique skill set, and we've been able to maximize both of them, which has limited the opportunities that return teams have had to get that return yardage.
Okay. And then the other thing I just wanted to ask you, teams have kind of spread it out. There's sort of a the general opinion is it's tougher when you get in the red zone to turn it into touchdowns. You guys are, in terms of sort of touchdowns inside the red zone, you got a pretty good number there. I don't know what's sort of been the key in making that happen. Temple's defense is ranked pretty high in red zone defense. Presumably that could be a big factor on Thursday night. But what's kind of made it work? And particularly, you guys have a lot of running touchdowns inside the 20. Yeah,
I mean that's a huge factor for us, and something that we think is going to be a huge key to the game come Thursday. Is that when you do get the opportunity to get the ball in the red zone, we want to score touchdowns, and we talk about being over 75% touchdown rate. I think we're around 79 right now. And so we've done a good job of you get the ball in the end zone, being able to run the football, and I think it's all about a mindset and mentality, and we want to be a physical football team, and to be able to get the ball in the end zone, and rather than having to settle for a field goal. And the thing that we've had a couple opportunities, we've had a couple of turnovers, and the only times we haven't been successful down in the red zone. I think we took a knee at the end of one game, but the other times we had a couple of turnovers there, which we've got to eliminate. But I like our guys' mentality. We spend a lot of time focused on that situation, and we know how important that is to the outcome of a game.